Today we're talking about Mullen Automotive, ticker symbol MULN. Of course, if you've been watching the stock, you'll know that the stock has had quite a big pullback since November of 2021. So what you'll want to know, is it a good time to invest in Mullen now? Do we expect it to pop back up fairly soon in the future, or is there something big coming out that could cause a run up in the stock? So let's go and take a look at Mullen. This is Lyd and welcome back. But remember, this is not financial advice, but my opinion only, so do your own due diligence. And if you could give this video a like for my efforts of bringing this information to you, and while you're at it, subscribe for more videos like this one. So let's go and take a look at today's hot stock. Mullen, of course, is an EV company shaping the road ahead for electronic vehicles. You can see one of their electronic vehicles that's going to be coming out soon that has an estimated mileage range of 325 miles. That would be really impressive, and it shows the potential for their unique battery technology. So Mullen is an entirely US-based manufacturing company, which I really like to see that personally. And they are in Southern California, and they own and partner with several synergistic businesses working toward the unified goal of creating clean and scalable energy solutions and EVs. And they were publicly traded as of November of last year. Let's take a quick look at their EV battery technology. So the next generation of battery technology is what they're working on, in their opinion. It's the lithium-sulfur battery. So Mullen believes that technology, like all things, should be efficient, economical, and easy. Consequently, we are actively developing the next generation of EVs, of EV batteries, including advanced technology like lithium-sulfur and solid state. Lithium-sulfur batteries far exceed the industry norm, especially when it comes to weight and cost advantages. Mullen states that they provide 5x more energy density, 50% less cost per watt hour, and an exceptional safety profile. Mullen states that EVs equipped with their batteries will be lighter, more efficient, and have a greater range than most EVs on the market. So they recently announced a string of key partnerships, which is always important for any company that wants to succeed and it's new, like Mullen. And this was reviewed in the Buzz. They recently featured a roundtable Q&A interview with members of Mullen's executive team discussing key topics such as company distinction, consumer feedback, vehicle technology, batteries, and vehicle range. So they recently announced a string of key partnerships with Hofer Powertrain, Camus, ARRK, Door, and DSA Systems for EV powertrain engineering, manufacturing, and vehicle production systems, and over-the-air and vehicle system diagnostics. The company expects these strategic developments to play a crucial role in bringing the EVs to market with the latest technology and in the least amount of time. So Mullen's EV development portfolio includes the MULN 5 EV crossover, the MULN 1 EV fleet vans, and the Dragonfly sports car. The 5 is built on an EV crossover skateboard platform. Now that is unique. That offers multiple powertrain configurations and trim levels in a svelte design that is strikingly different and exciting to experience in person. The MULN 5 was also named Top Zero Emission SUV as part of the Ziva Awards at the Los Angeles International Auto Show in November 2021, where it made its debut. The company has also recently filed over 120 patents in 24 countries related to the MULN 5. So they have big plans in this area. The MULN 1 coming to market in Q2 2022 will be available in 2 classes of electric vehicles and will be designed, manufactured, and customized by Mullen at its Tunica, Mississippi manufacturing facility. Next, let's take a look at Mullen's stock chart via their Yahoo profile. The 1-year stock chart shows a high on April 29, 2021 of $11.31, again November 3rd, 2021 of $13.09, and then a big slide back since then to the current price of a little over $1. The year-to-date chart shows a high again on January 3rd of $5.81 and March 22nd of $3.31. And again, that slide back. So they do have some pops up on good news. Thomas Neal on April 26th published the following article talking about why the short side was right on the money in its bearishness on this stock. So since then, short sellers have not only been on the money, they're in the money as well. When it comes to MULN Stock, it dropped around 40% in 1 week. This plunge has happened despite recent updates on its EV battery development efforts, which is disappointing. For instance, on April 18th, when Mullen announced its plans to begin construction of battery packs for its lineup of EVs, also on April 21, it announced plans to conduct tests on its solid-state polymer battery cell. The company has claimed its battery technology will enable its vehicles to get over 600 miles of range on a full charge. Well, we know that's very unique, that's huge. And if they were successful, it would be very big for their technology. Looking beyond the headlines, perhaps they've paid more attention to the key red flags that surround MULN Stock. For starters, the allegations that the company has misrepresented the result of its past battery testing, an allegation made by Hindenburg Research in its highly publicized short report. The second red flag could sink it anyway. I'm talking about the heavy amounts of dilutive capital raising Mullen has engaged in over the past few months. I know that's been very disappointing for stockholders. Despite its recent capital raises, Mullen remains undercapitalized. In turn, despite the fact it's already dropped considerably, it could see additional big declines. If it drops below the $1 per share mark, it may end up having to reverse split. A reverse split could result in more downward pressure from the stock. This article, written by Alex Sirois on April 25th, talks about accolades from a leading auto site aren't helping Mullen Automotive. Mullen recently that it was named an EV startup to watch out for. However, this has little to do with Mullen's stock price. Case in point, the Lucid Air won the 2022 Motor Trend Car of the Year award on November 15th of 2021. That coincided with Lucid stock prices spiking 25% over 24 hours to $55, but it didn't last. Lucid's share price has sloughed off more than 60% in value since then. The website that gave Mullen its most recent accolades is a much less influential publication than Motor Trina, for one. Further, that article was published back at the very end of 2021. In short, there's not much to note here. There certainly isn't anything in the investor relations posting that could persuade investors to rush out and buy Mullen stock. So Investors Observer published an article recently talking about, is Mullen Automotive a good value? So Mullen Automotive stock has fallen 87% over the last 12 months. Investors Observer's proprietary ranking system gives Mullen a score of 7 out of a possible 100. The rank is mainly influenced by a fundamental score of 0. Mullen stock has a mean target price of $23. This means analysts expect the stock to gain 1,578% over the next 12 months. That could really be a big stretch at this point, but would be exciting if it did happen. To learn more about this stock, let's look at their Finviz details. Of course, Mullen has a market cap of $366 million. They have a forward PE of 1.80, which would be quite an improvement. They have an expected earnings per share next year of 294%. It'd be interesting to see if that actually happens. But they have a negative 431% earnings per share quarter over quarter. Insiders own only 3.6% of the stock, and institutions own under 1%. So they've pulled out quite a bit of ownership in the stock in the recent past. The short ratio, though, if that's correct, is a mere 0.25, which is very low. And analysts are giving a target price of $23. You can see here that their performance year to date has been a negative 74%. For the half year has been a negative 82%, and for the month has been a negative 44%. If we look at Market Watch, it gives another view of that same information. 1 year negative 87%. I'd love to hear your thoughts in the comments below about Mullen. Do you own shares of this stock? Do you think the analysts will be right that it will zoom up 1,500% over the next year? Also, do you plan on buying this stock, and what do you think of their technology? Also, let me know if there's any other stocks that I should know about right now. Make sure and go here. There's a link in the description below for our newsletter so you can be notified before videos like this come out and about key stock market moves. Next, go here and look at some of our latest hot penny stocks you'll want to know about.